We're so watching this video, bro. I've been getting back onto VR chat for a little bit, not a lot though, but every so often to socialize with people. But I'm gonna be honest with you, there are some wild people. There are some wild people, you know. Let me see. I gotta see who's the new VR chat predator. I feel like there's always a new VR chat predator every so often, you know.
Wait, how old are you two?
21.
21.
Are you like all dating?
Yeah, it's a big poly.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
said
We don't do that shit until I'm 18, though.
I might have done something ignorant and stupid, redneck as shit, which is illegal in the United States. I might have built a specific type of pipe bomb.
I want him gone.
In this video today, we are going to see the dark side of VR chat. In the clip I'm showing you now, these two adults are threatening to dox and send a pipe bomb to a 10-year-old for lying about his age. While in this next
Whoa, 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 that is extreme. Wow, we just escalated from a 0 to 100 real fast in the span of like 30 seconds in the video.
clip, this polyamorous throuple is dating a 7-year-old together. Let's take a quick look at the definition polyamorous. Characterized by or involved in the practice of engaging in multiple romantic and typically
So you're basically telling me a harem. This is basically the definition of harem. I don't know, I feel like harems are so exhausting though. I don't know who who has enough energy for like polyamorous relationships, honestly. God, I'd just rather have my one special soulmate instead, personally. I would love him to death, you know.
relationships with the consent of all the people involved. So basically just a train wreck of 3 people dating. The fact that
Train
me
wreck of
just
3
jumping on
people.
this game and joining the first lobby and then seeing these two
Well, he's not wrong on that point, to be honest. It is definitely pretty much like people who are in a polyamorous relationship are usually like a little bit mentally ill. So he's not wrong there. So he's kind of right, especially in VR chat. If it involves in VR chat, it's a different story. My love has to shut up. Shut up. I know you're copying my my VTuber brother over there. What was his quote that he said or so? Something about my vision or the world or something like that. I forgot what it was. I thought it was so fucking dumb. I was like, oh my god. He had a perfect woman too as well. A woman who did like growls and screech or so for singing, and he fucking fumbled the bag. I will never let that go. I will always make fun of him for fumbling the bag.
encounters is crazy. Joining me on this journey, if you could even call it that, is the one and only aspect. Also, 80% of you are not subscribed. We're closing in on 5k. So hit that subscribe button. Let's get back into the video. Do you go to this world that much, or do you usually go on private world?
Normally I come here on occasion to check up on it, since honestly, to make sure the furry community is just doing what it's supposed to do, honestly.
Yeah, touching kids.
That's why I've been literally up all night. Here's the thing, yeah. What my group
Wait, does this guy moderate like the furry community or so, or the furry world, so they don't touch little kids or something like that? Eh?
is going to be doing, we're going to be laying low key, like with the spirit realm.
You're gonna have the perfect world harem. It sounds so wonderful. It looks so good. I like a dream, right? Don't do it. Maintenance is a nightmare. Yeah, it's just like there's a lot of people who want the harem thing, but then once you actually get the harem thing, it's like, oh, I hope you have enough energy to dealing with all of the girls stuff, you know?
I'm
No
already dealing with
longer.
my ex writing rumors about me right now.
Oh, trust me, that's what my group is going to take care of.
What's happening with your ex? What is she saying?
What he's saying, or what he did,
Benelli, don't forget, men can date men too.
my
we're in a
ex,
bitch and gay
Wolfie
asshole.
Dark, lied about his age.
Wait, how old is he?
Hey,
Got
Matt.
the video, and he said,
Hey, Ian, you're in charge of the instance until I get back from the toilet throwing up. I'll be right back.
That's why AI harem is better. Oh my god. I'm about to throw you into the void in a second. I swear to God, Dark. I'm gonna actually show you the definition of darkness.
Wait, how old is your ex? You said something about someone lying about their age?
my ex, Wolfie, the video that I got, try to figure out his age, because he sounds like a child. He's 18,
How old are you?
18.
So they lied about their age to you.
Yup, everybody, to everyone.
That's why dating online, like VR chat, is not the
Shut up.
thing to do.
Shut up. At least I got a husband. My husband's loyal.
I know.
He's- And he's 22.
You know, I was gonna give points to this guy that said dating online in VR chat is cringy, but he has someone laying in his lap, so I think he's breaking his own rule there. How long have you been dating him for?
We've been together for...
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna defend this point. There's nothing wrong of dating someone
your fucking
in
place,
VR chat. Thank you
trash.
for the follow. Welcome. There's no like I have no issues of dating. Of someone dating someone in VR chat, because like for example, right? You can actually like it's like basically like you're dating them in real life, but it's in virtual, right? You can actually see them. You can see them move. You can see them, if they have full body, they can walk around and all this other stuff. You can actually communicate and sit down with them in the real world. You can actually technically somewhat hold them and everything like that, right? It just kind of like makes the bond a little bit more closer instead of you just like, texting, video calling, just kind of like the most generic way, doing long distance relationship. VR chat just kind of has that way or so closing the gap of long distance relationship a little bit better. But the only problem is like, yeah, they do have people who lie about their ages in that game, which is, not the best thing, not the best way to, to go around things. But as long as you know, and then you say, hey, what's your actual age? And then they lie to you or something, and be like, you just cut it off immediately.
Almost 2 years. 2 or 3 years. Your name's Dash.
It's just foreign Unicodes, that's it.
It's just foreign Unicodes, that's him. I did it to be different.
So, what are you guys up to?
Me and John are gonna do Wolfie Dark.
Guess what I've done?
You didn't do anything either.
Oh, yes, I have. Why do you think I was up all night?
This is very good. If this is about you doxing Wolfie Dark, I want him gone.
When do
literally
we get a
adults.
cyberpunk or an SAO? When they find out how to send your mental consciousness into the virtual space in the virtual realm where you can actually smell, breathe, feel, and all this other stuff, basically doing all the basically be able to like not trick it, but like be able to take all your senses or so and digitalize it basically into the into that realm basically like you're going to sleep, but like you can do whatever you want in this like virtual realm sleep or so basically. Playing video games and whatnot, if you want to be like a warrior or something like that, from SAO.
Threatening.
That'll be a while for that
What
though.
is this?
I might have.
At the moment, you guys are busy doing World War III right now at the moment. So you guys aren't really funding the right types of projects, I'm just saying.
Done something ignorant and stupid, redneck as shit, which is illegal in the United States. I might have built a specific type of pipe bomb.
I want Wolfie's location. That's all I want. I want Wolfie's location. Every
That-
single. I want.
Where's my
That's
cat,
the
girl,
family
Elon?
That's
that
the
he
next
has.
part. What
I
I'm
want to
going
buy
do.
tomorrow.
This is actually psychotic. This guy on the right is 18 and the guy on the left is 27, and they're talking about threatening and sending a pipe bomb to a. You built a pipe bomb.
Yes.
What, are you gonna use it on Wolfie? Or...
It's a plan B. It's
What
a
the
type
fuck?
of pipe bomb which is going to knock them out, not kill them, just knock them out. To give them a little message that you don't mess with the LC and the unknown.
Nobody messes with a thing.
That's a little bit far, I'm gonna be honest with you, in my personal opinion. Just because they lied about their age doesn't mean you have to threaten them. That's not how it works around here. You just kind of block them, ignore them, and then move on.
Furry community.
Exactly.
Not just the furry community. That will bring more bad reputation for that.
Yeah, the furry community already has enough of that going on. Come on, give it a break.
Remember that, Abby?
Yeah.
It got banned. Thanks.
These guys are psychotic.
I got profited.
Why? I love that, Abby. It was Laughing Coffin.
It was
avatars.
the John Doe.
It's one of the first avatar on VR chat. It was one of the Laughing Coffins crasher slash.
Oh fuck, dude! I remember that gang too, the Laughing Coffin gang. Fucking A, dude. They literally straight up stole it from fucking SAO, and then they decided to do that in VR chat. So what they did specifically, so this is the backstory of Laughing Coffin in VR chat. They are a gang in VR chat. I don't know if the gang is still alive or anything like that, but back in the day or so when VR chat was a little bit more the Wild West or so, they would make avatars, and they would like purposely make avatars to crash your computer or blue screen your computer, break your GPU, or crash you out of the game. That's basically is what they do.
Doxing avatars. They're
Pretty much,
very
yeah.
rare to get.
The heirloom, some say. The lost treasure, the lost relic.
Yup.
It is, it is.
Where did you learn to make pipe bombs? I'm curious.
Retired Navy vet. So you learn a thing or two on that.
How long were you in the Navy for?
What I used to do in the Navy was really everything and anything that they needed me to be. Literally everything. I was one of the floaters on the ship.
Doesn't floater mean like a massive dump on the toilet? What is this talking about? Is it true in the Navy
The
that
only reason why I say that is because one of my friends literally crashed my entire computer and gave me the blue screen of death because there was a specific mod or so for VR chat. It was called Melon Loader. When you install this mod or so onto your computer, like not onto your computer but onto the game itself, you can be able to search up any avatar in the entire game itself in VR chat, right? You can look up whatever you want, and my friend found a random avatar, told me to look over at him. I looked over, and the moment I looked over at him, my entire computer crashed, gave me the blue screen of death, and it kept rebooting. It just kept rebooting over and over again. It just kept giving me the blue screen of death. So I had to literally wipe my entire computer, and I lost all of my work in that computer. So that's basically is what happened, and it fucking sucked.
that it makes people gay?
A lot of people think so.
No, it's a lot more like kids roaming around saying racial slurs, and apparently there's a lot more horny people in VR chat now these days, apparently. So a lot of the adults or so are usually in private worlds now these days, but there's still some people or so that roam around in the public world. The problem is like they changed certain worlds to be Quest compatible, and a lot of kids have Quest, and that's the reason why it kind of got a little bit like annoying to some degree, you know.
That never been in the Navy. I will say this: that never happens. Never.
Are you gay?
And yes, I'm a straight ass bottom. And a lot of gay shit does happen in the Navy. If you can tell how I'm sitting right now, that would say a lot.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that. Oh, I'm a goofball for not noticing that. Stupid me, am I right?
I get it. I turned gay at age 16, but kept it secret from my ex-family, which Ian knows about that situation. They disowned me. They don't want nothing to do with. They don't even answer my phone calls or my text messages. So them. What makes it worse? They are witnesses.
Witnesses of what?
Jehovah's Witnesses.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was a weird way to say that. I thought like there was a crime being committed. Not they're going door to door, bro.
They're one of the type of people, Bible in hand, literature in the same hand.
God's in the mouth.
Exactly.
How many pipe bombs do you reckon you made in your life?
875.
Did you just sneeze from him touching your nose?
Yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing.
This guy's handicapped, bro. Wait, so how many did...
The Phantom Census. That's fandom touch right there. That's basically quote unquote fandom touch. I'm gonna be honest with you. I walked in on NSFW, our peers, a few times in public worlds. It was hilarious. I'll be honest with you, it's so weird to do it in public. I'm just like, that's so weird. Just do it in a private world, bro. If you wanna have like, you know, virtual sex, or like just have like a way to like fuck each other. There are ways to fuck each other, of course, you know. There's specific toys for that. I'm like, just go do it in a private world. I'm like, it's just so weird to do it in public with a bunch of other people. I don't know. I find that weird personally, but that's just me anyways. Oh yeah, did you see the Xbox releasing their MetaQuest? Xbox is releasing a MetaQuest? I didn't even know that actually.
Did you make off in the Navy, sorry?
This will be my first one since
So basically it's their own PSVR thing?
3 years ago.
What made you decide to make that?
It's to protect this one here from an ex of his, which just kind of found out. It's literally just
They're probably exhibitionist. That's probably like one of the key traits about it, because you know they're technically not breaking any law, but they are technically breaking VR chat TOS. because I think that's also part of TOS of VR chat, but who knows? I don't think anyone really like reports people like that.
Just turned 50 days ago.
So what happened with him and his ex?
Wolfie period. Found out lied about his age to multiple people, including me, but you don't want to around and find out with. You don't want to piss off about like that. If you're gonna lie about your age to date an adult, we're gonna have a conversation. If you're gonna continue to do that shit, where it's gonna get to the point where the police is gonna be involved.
How old did they say they were?
Oh, the age, they were saying they were in their 30s.
You didn't realize from the voice?
He sounded like a dead-ass adult.
You're laying it on a little thick, buddy.
Lock him.
Oh no, you seem suspicious.
Seem a little black.
I'm not, but that's funny.
I know the shit that you've been getting up to at night, some Marcelins.
What's my longitude and latitude?
There's a report going around on this one.
What's the report?
I ain't dealing with your
So,
shit. I don't
what
want
the fuck
to
are you?
get.
You're a schizophrenic. Are you sure you haven't taken your medication today? You probably missed it. Oh my god, the autism is heavy with this one. Holy shit, bro.
You're the one who seems obsessed with getting as close as possible to me.
Kid, I'll knock you out.
Nah, I could take you.
You could take this.
Yeah, I am 5'5". I'm 120 pounds, and I could fold you like laundry, but yeah, not worth it.
120 pounds is like 60 kilograms. And you sound old. That is underweight. You literally weigh as much as an anorexic 16-year-old that's vomiting every day. Are you?
It's another one. It's another fool from the list.
The only list I'm on is the Epstein list.
Let's send you a friend request. New guy.
Salutations. Oh my god, you're quick to add me.
I make friends non-stop. I just go kaboom, kaboom, kaboom.
I'd be careful who I make friends.
Why are you saying that? What's happened?
Just don't want shit to get around. Old school crasher, gang member.
You should add queer to that list. That was the cringiest thing I've ever heard.
I used to be part of Laughing Coffin.
Ah, one of the YNs of VR chat. I see. Yeah, are you like retired now?
I've still got those avies, but I use them for security reasons only, nothing else.
Let's just say poly and also straight. So I'm a werewolf because I am born with special ed, special needs. Let's just say that when I get mad, I shoot off like fireworks and I never stop. I've also gotten bullied almost all my life.
I can see that.
I'm just gonna say this, even though it's not towards you, but if someone decides to bully her, you're gonna do it through me. And let's just say, I am harsh.
You know that meme? They stand behind me, I protect them. They stand beside me, I fight with them. They stand in front of me, I defeat them. I probably butchered that, but yeah, you're giving me them vibes.
If they stand right next to me, then that means they are part of the Love Werewolf Pack.
You two want to do something funny about this, Avi?
Comedy gold right there, bro.
If I remove the pants, the nutsack will stand out like a sore egg.
So egg, I haven't heard that analogy.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright, I've seen the nuts, mate. Wait, guys, I think we should go in a circle and say our weird experience on VR chat. Come on, Mirror Dwellers, he's lacking. What is your weirdest experience on VR chat, or something that you did?
Group orgy.
Orgy?
4 furries, including me. It was fun.
How long did it last for?
Got invited. One of the things, I've said this story before. One of my stories or so in VR chat or so, since they're sharing stories or so, I got invited to a lesbian orgy in VR chat. That was one of the most crazy things. Well, I've had other crazy interactions, but that's one of the crazy things I've had in my life or so, where a couple girls invited me into they invited me. I didn't go, but they invited me to go to a lesbian orgy.
I don't know. I finished pretty fast.
Alright, next person. Blood Bar.
Crashing the VRC admin.
Oh my god, these guys actually need to go outside. Holy shit. You're just living life like it's nothing. Like there's no tomorrow. Off the rails.
That's not the weirdest though. What's the weirdest thing you've seen, Charlie?
The furry Centipede, 5 boys.
You see?
No, I'm just taking a look at some videos right now.
In a line, just picking up action, basically.
I was doing my
a train
dailies.
of
I have to
stuff.
update my PGR.
Sounds very pleasant.
The one at the back is the one in front of him, and the one in
I
front
don't
of
know.
him
We
is
know.
taking
We
it.
know. It's
Mate, you're gonna get us in a mind free, bro. That's like a puzzle.
What's your weirdest?
I was just chilling with 3 of my friends, and then there was the Centipede avatar person.
Oh, do you like how it looked like though? Do you like the design I left? What'd you think? Does it look cool? I worked on it like pretty much worked on it all night long, basically.
And he just spinned around us
Yeah.
like it was no tomorrow.
I'm glad.
Well,
Glad you
guys,
like it.
I was like saying, what's our weirdest stories? I wasn't really.
I left a doorway opening on the right side because in the future we can probably like expand it, make a hallway or something, and like do like either, I don't know, a farm or an automated stuff, you know, basically do everything automatically and, you know, do basically all that stuff. Like we can do all that stuff with the with that one specific mod that you have in there.
Heavy on the topic of Centipede. I don't know if you've got the memo there,
Okay.
but the conversation wasn't about Centipede.
Yeah, because I've been
it was
working on
just
the
in
ME
general, the
system
weirdest
today.
stuff.
It'll
I
probably
just
take me
didn't
all
think
night
there
long
would've
trying to
been so many
solve
Centipede
power
stories
source
from
and
all of
everything like
us.
that for it.
What?
Someone tell us the weirdest you think.
The weirdest thing I ever seen was Crash or Roulette. I was in this group of friends, and they all had like Crash.
And I'm probably going to set up the enchantment table for it as well. Sorry.
And everything, and basically they were trying to crash each other.
You have a weird obsession with crashing, bro. That's like, I feel like you're definitely on the spectrum. You know, most people like long walks on the beach, you know, playing tennis, but you and your boys just like,
No, he doesn't know.
You can crash you faster. Wait, how old are you two?
21.
21.
Are you like all dating or something?
Yeah, it's a big poly.
Yeah.
This guy's a kid, right?
There are different enchanting tables. Oh, really? I'll probably take a look at that actually, if there's different types of enchantment tables. I'll probably maybe make a room for it too as well. If that's true.
We don't do that. We don't do that shit until I'm 18, though.
Wait, what? No, oh wait, so you're dating them, but you're not doing that stuff.
Dating, but not having intercourse.
Yeah. They're just waiting until he turns 18 and they're just nurturing his mind. It's a very common thing.
You excited?
Guaranteed.
That's so weird. That is so wait. So he's not the legal age and he's dating them, but they're not doing. Yeah, they're basically grooming him. What the fuck? Bro, that's so. This is the only reason why I don't fuck around with the furries, just because of this. I just don't like furries. I really don't, man. I really don't like the furries just because of this. Yeah, he's being sarcastic about it, you know, like, it's like, oh yeah, it's a common thing or so, you know, they just nurtured his mind, so then once he hits 18 or so, you know, they'll start doing the sex, you know? Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my lord, man, that is crazy.
These guys can't wait as well. Okay, all jokes aside now, these two are literally in a throuple with a 7. We didn't even realize it till the end, until we asked him just then. That is so disgusting. And then we started pressing them about it after, and they got so awkward. The guy ended up denying it, but the girl kept saying, yeah, we're in a throuple, we just don't do anything like that. Why are you in a throuple with a 17 you are both over 18? Get this right, the 17 ends up leaving the instant.
So that guy's your partner, and they're like, you're 21?
No.
Yeah, the other guy, the left.
I don't know what happened to him.
Are you dating that guy?
I'm straight, mate.
So you're dating him?
I'm dating him. I am.
Trying my best to make it a close relationship, because I don't really like not this poly, but I do love her with all my heart.
Then why don't you just date her?
Too difficult. Like, so I'm trying to make it a close relationship, because I get jealous really quick and it drives me insane.
I'm just gonna take.
I think we're going to take time with them just one by one. Or I can host a meeting with all of her friends at once and tell them all back off.
An intervention, some would say.
That's just the dominant side of me.
Yeah, you're an alpha dude.
Wow, that's crazy to hear that, to be honest. Wow, that is a wild thing
Wait,
to
how
hear
old are
that.
these two?
21.
Wow, that's interesting. That is just so weird. Yeah, because this is like, there is a dark side to VR chat. Well, there's a dark side to everything, of course, at the end of the day. But I wanted to see this so people understand, like, yeah, VR chat may be fun. Like, there are fun stuff in it. Because me and Sage knows about it, you know? We know about the fun side of VR chat, but like, there is like an actual like dark side to it. Like, honestly, like, there are actual like crazy stuff that actually happens in VR chat, so behind closed doors. Yeah, we'll take a look at a little bit more in the future. Actually, I wouldn't mind seeing a couple of stuff or so from from VR chat these days, you know? At least the modern day of VR chat, to see how people... Like, I don't really play the game, like, for a long time. The only time I ever play the game for a long time is on my days off. I have nothing to do. I finished all of my work and everything, and I just wanna socialize with some new people. And that's pretty much about it. But I just kind of like, you know, I just kind of like socialize. I just kind of like talk to other people and be like, you know, get to know some new people, and that's pretty much about it. So, yeah. Anyways, that's the end of the video. You guys can comment, like, subscribe, all that fancy jazzy stuff. That was a cool video. That was a very interesting, very unique video indeed. I don't know, something a little bit different, you know, because I know about VR chat. I'm a very well experienced VR chatter, so, and that's kind of like pretty much it. Who knows? Maybe in the future we'll do some VR chat streams. That'd be pretty fun. But yeah. Anyways, that's the end of the video. And peace.